Simon, can you put my camera a bit up, please?
I
Yes,
can.
see. Good morning and welcome to Friday morning's Free From Live. Today it's all about vegan today. Have we got any hellos there, Simon, for us?
Hello, Jill Cook on YouTube.
Hello, Jill on YouTube. You're our first Simon special hello. And have we got any special hellos on Facebook for us?
Adele Williamson is the first one to say hello on here.
Hi, Adele. So thank you all for joining us, and thank you all for your lovely comments last night. For those who were watching it, when I had a bit of a strange do last night, I think it was I hadn't eaten much all day, and I've been rushing around, and I just had that little bit of a faint moment. But you know what? I was absolutely fine. Simon looked after me, and Karen did. They gave me a lovely cup of tea, made me sit down for 15 minutes, and then Karen followed me all the way home in the car to make sure I got home fine. She did, all the way to my door. So thank you, Karen. It was so nice of you. Right, today we're going to do, I've done this before, I think it was early last September I did it, and it was the vegan country cake, and it was Debbie Hargreaves' sister had requested that we did something with parsnips, a parsnip cake, and I've found this vegan country cake, and it's absolutely lovely with the parsnips, so I'm going to do that again for you.
Should we leave the door open?
Yes, please. You see, they're really looking after me today. So I'm going to do the vegan country cake again. Simon, put your coat back on, you're fine. Because I'm just saying I have been warm because I've had the oven on in here today, because I have baked a cake that we are going to decorate in a while once I've made this one. The only thing I've done that I've prepared, which you'd have to do at home, is I have prepared the parsnips, because you have to boil them in the orange juice until they're nice and soft. Oh, that's someone's phone. Is that someone's phone? Oh, we're just turning that off now. Oh. Have we got it? We've got it. I think it was. It was India had the sound on, because we've been doing lots of TikToks today. Here we go. So I've prepared the parsnips. Now it's 300 grams of parsnips.
And looking at the parsnips, what have you done to them? I'm
going to tell you now.
Oh, okay.
So it's 300 grams of parsnips, which you chop into chunks, and then you boil them in the pan with 200 mils of, you can use apple juice or you can use orange juice. Now I've just used orange juice for a change, because I'm using the orange zest icing sugar. For a change. Well, I used apple juice. I used apple juice last time. You can use whatever juice you want to use. So the favourite juice, somebody might like to do it with cranberry juice. It depends on what you want to use. So I've just done 200 mils of orange juice, and I boiled them down till they were nice and soft, and then you mash them, or you can put them in a blender to make a puree. So I've used our little Tommy Tippy blender, and I blend them down. It's made a gorgeous puree, and they're cooling down now. So into this I have to add 2 tablespoons of maple syrup. The recipe is on the website. I put it up there when we did it last September. So that's the 2 tablespoons of maple syrup, and we're just going to mix that round so it's all nicely. That makes it nice and sweet as well, with the maple syrup in it. So that is, the parsnips are all lovely and prepared. They're now ready to go into our cake. I was very sceptical about this last year, thinking, oh, good grief, parsnips in a cake, and it is wonderful. You can't.
Are quite sweet.
They are, and it added to the texture, and you don't taste parsnip. You just taste a gorgeous, like, fruity cake, especially having the pitted dates in it. It's got the dried cranberries, and it's got the pecans in it. So the first thing we're going to do is, I've got 175 grams of plant-based butter. So I'm using the non-dairy butter. I'm using the Flora plant-based butter there. I could use the Stork block, because they are both vegan. And I've got 150 grams of orange zest natural flavoured icing sugar. And those two are going to go into the mixer, and we're going to beat those till they're nice, light and fluffy. So the butter is at room temperature. So it's nice and soft, as you can see. There we go. And let's put the icing sugar in, and we'll chop in, because I nearly forgot to chop in before, and I think I nearly had an icing sugar shower, and we know the rules. So I'm just going to chop the icing sugar into the room temperature butter.
Butter?
It is plant-based butter. It's Flora, and they class it as a plant-based butter. So it is the Flora block. I will bring it out for you to show you. It is available in the supermarkets. I found mine in Asda, but I think other main ones like Sainsbury's and Morrison's are also getting it in. So that's nice and chopped in. So while that's mixing on the mixer, I'll just get the pack out of the fridge to show you what I've used. See, chopping in stops any icing sugar cloud or any icing sugar starting to spurt up all over your kitchen. So this is what I've actually used. Flora plant butter. Rich and creamy alternative to dairy butter, and I've used the unsalted one. You can use the stalk block margarine if you want to, because that's also vegan. So that's exactly what I've used. And this is also really nice for doing a buttercream as well. With it being a nice hard one, and you can whisk it round to it nice, light and fluffy, you get a lovely buttercream out of this as well. Let's turn, and you can see already it's starting to go nice and light. It's going fluffy. So while that's mixing round, I want to chop down. I've got the dried cranberries there, so it's 60 grams. 60 grams of dried cranberries, I've got those there, and then I've got 80 grams of pecans and 100 grams of pitted dates. So pitted dates is dates that have already been stoned. So I want to cut these dates into nice little chunks. Where's my knife gone? There it is. So I'm going to cut these into nice little pieces and just put them back into the bowl again. So it makes it a really lovely fruity cake, this. So some good news as well, the missing 2 Wonder Dusts that hadn't arrived have arrived. It's the pink, the fuchsia has arrived, and the blue shimmer, so they're all in stock. The bad news is the frozen blue has been lost. They've lost the frozen blue, so that's out of stock at the moment. But the blue shimmer is beautiful, but the frozen blue is just a bit deeper, but I'm afraid that's been lost in transit, so we haven't got that one on our website at the moment. For those who missed the live last night, I have got some macarons in the fridge that I can show you the colours, because I painted the colours on them, and I've just done a couple this morning with the new colours as well, so I can show you the macarons with the new colours. That's something we can do when this cake's in the oven, because it takes 40 minutes to bake. But as I said, I have got one ready to ice, but to ice it doesn't take that long at all. How many of you are booked on to watch Carol tomorrow? Now remember, Carol's on with the Sugarcraft Zoom meeting. There's loads of links on our site, on our Nifty Nozzles page and community page, for you to buy the tickets. Anyone who buys a ticket before 10 PM tonight, you go into a prize draw to win a raffle prize worth £100. So that's a really good if you wanted to watch it. You can purchase tickets up to midday tomorrow, but if you purchase a ticket at 11 o'clock, you won't be able to see what went on at 10:30, because you could, as you purchase the ticket, that's the only time that you access the Zoom, but you can drop in and out once you've purchased your ticket. I believe Carol's on at 10:30, so for all those who are buying the tickets to watch Carol, Carol's going live at 10:30, but you can, the waiting room opens at 25 to 10 for you all to get in there and be ready and waiting. Carol is giving away some prizes on her slot. She's going to give you a code though, so you'll have a special code to have a prize to go in the prize draw. But you need to watch Carol to get the code, because it's not being printed anywhere. It's just been said out live on her slot. Trace, John Butler's on, Rhiannon Webb's on, and Vicky Tether is on as well. And apparently on Vicky Tether's ones, you can also work along with Vicky if you choose to, which is a great idea if you want to bake along with Vicky. So these are cutting down into nice little pieces. And then what we do with the pecans, we cut the pecans into sizes that resemble like sultana size. It's still we're getting them running through the cake. So we'll get those back into the bowl. There we go.
Sue Merritt, so she's going down for what, Carol?
Oh, you're going to have a... Yes, you're going down to see Carol. You're going to watch the Zoom live, aren't you? You're going to meet Carol. And I think Nicky King's going down as well.
Very quiet today, aren't I? I just realised.
Yeah, he's very... No, he's not, is he? And he's on comments as well, would you believe?
Yeah. So,
I think he's only just realised.
No, I just realised. Hello to Ruby's Food Corner on YouTube, all the way to the Philippines.
Hello there. Thank you for tuning in.
You're enjoying the show?
Yeah, so there's a couple of you going down to see Carol because I think she's putting a bit of a buffet lunch on for you, and it'll be great watching her live do the Zoom meeting. I hope you all have a really good day.
So Anne Reynolds is asking if you can't watch it tomorrow, can you catch up?
No, you can't. It's a Zoom one. It should have been a live event, but with COVID, they couldn't do the live event, so that's why they've done the Zoom meeting one. And unfortunately, no, you can't catch up. But once you've purchased your ticket, you can dip in and out all day. So if you wanted to watch Carol and then say watch another one, a tutor in the afternoon because you were busy, you can watch Carol and then you can pop off, do what you need to do. You can go back and then you can join it again. You don't have to stay there all day. You can just bob in and out. But remember, Carol's on at 10:30. She's the first tutor that's going on. So as you can see, if Simon just does a quick visit to my bowl, the mixing bowl, you can see the icing, sugar and the plant-based butter is lovely, light and fluffy now. And that's just how we want it.
Seems like that mixing bowl's moved.
I've not touched it. There we go, sultana size pieces of pecan nuts, so put those back into the bowl as well. We'll clean this down here. So I don't need that anymore. So we'll turn this off. And we'll just recap for anybody who was late joining us. I'm making a vegan country cake today, and it's in this bowl here is 175 gram of plant-based butter. I've used a Flora plant-based, 100% vegan, and I've also put in 150 grams of orange zest natural flavoured icing sugar, and I've whipped that round now until it's nice, light and fluffy. The first thing I did, which is what I suggest or I would advise you all do, is you prepare your parsnips and you cut into chunks 300 grams of parsnips. Now I peeled them first and then I weighed them, so I wanted to make sure that I was getting the 300 grams of parsnips. Cut them into chunks and then I boiled them in the pan with 200 mils of orange juice. I've used the free from concentrate, Florida style orange juice. You can use any other flavour juice that you want to. If you want to do an apple juice or a cranberry juice, you can use any juice. Drain them. Once they've gone nice and soft, you drain the excess orange juice off, and then you puree or mash down into a nice puree. You can use a masher, or if you've got a little food processor, puree them down and then mix 2 tablespoons of maple syrup in with it and stir it round, and then leave them on the side to go cool. And these are lovely and cool now. So in this bowl now is going to go in 275 grams of self-raising flour. And then I want to do a teaspoon of cinnamon and a teaspoon of baking powder. So I have my teaspoon there. Teaspoon of baking powder and a teaspoon of cinnamon. Now I like the cinnamon taste, so I don't mind if a little bit more goes in. It's only a little bit there. So I'm not doing quite a level. I'm just a little bit of just a dome on it. It's just a little bit more than a teaspoon, but I love cinnamon in my cake. And then we put that into there with, I've never forgot the main bit, put the parsnips in there with it. And then we're going to whisk this round, we're going to beat it for a minute until it's all nice and smooth. What I am going to do, I'm just going to make sure that the parsnips are just mixed into the flour a bit so I don't get that flour cloud. Right, that should be okay. Now we just don't, I don't want all the flour shooting up all over the kitchen. Turn it on slow to start with. I'm just going to turn this up now, and I want to beat this for around a minute. Just so that all the flour and the parsnips is all mixing in with the cinnamon and the baking powder into my butter and my sugar. I will scrape down in a moment to make sure that everything is underneath. I've got all the ingredients are mixed together. So we'll scrape down the bowl, get right to the bottom, just make sure that everything is mixing in fine. It is, and then we'll put that back on now, give that another mix. I did move it, I know, that's why I moved it back. I saw on the camera, I thought, oh, I better move the mixer back quick.
Moved it back to where it was before I moved the camera.
Right, I have greased and I've lined my 8-inch cake tin. I'm using the 8x3 cake tin because it rises. We're using self-raising flour and baking powder, it does rise. So the 8-inch sandwich tin was just too small for it. So I've used the 8x3 cake tin, but remember it won't come to the top, but it comes higher than what you would do in your sandwich tin. I've used the PME releaser cake for that. I've gone all around the sides and on the bottom, and then I put a nice piece of silicone, the parchment disc at the bottom, the 8-inch ones. Because that, when it comes out later with having the parchment paper at the bottom and grease around, should slip out the tin when it's got a bit cooler for me. Right, so into that now, I can finish with that with the mixer. So we'll get rid of the mixer, just scrape it down. Because waste not, want not. Don't want to mix, lose any mix. And now I want to carefully fold in the dates, the pecans and the cranberries. I want to just mix those in so they're not going to break up. I'm just going to be really careful, but I want to make sure they're all mixed in. So it's better to do this by hand rather than putting the beater back on again, because it would break your fruit and nuts down.
So, can you just reassure everyone that you're feeling well today?
I'm fine. I've had some breakfast and I've had I had some pecans before, just to make sure, and then I was ordered, because it was going to be over lunchtime while I was doing this, I was ordered to eat a macaron. I mean, it's not ordered to eat a macaron by both India and Simon. So one of the very small ones they did, but they said, just eat that so you've got some sugar inside you. Because they didn't half worry last night.
Would you like to hear what Geraldine Allen's just said?
Yes, maybe.
Nobody likes crushed nuts.
No, it's that you need to get that good crunch in a cake, don't you, Geraldine? So what I'm gonna do now is I'm just gonna decant this into the tin. Smell that cinnamon. Oh, it's gorgeous. Give the bowl a really good scraping down. And then we'll just level it out. Now this is going to go into the oven that's 180 degrees, which is, whoopsie-daisy, which is gas mark 4 or 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Now remember, ours is a fan oven in here, and that's what's on a 180 degrees fan oven.
So it might be 200 if you're on a non-fan.
It could be, but remember, it goes in. It says the recipe says put it in for 40 minutes. But I know our oven's great. It's a super oven, so I actually only put it in for 35, and it was great. So I'm going to put this one in for 30 now, and then check it again at 30. And what I did was I inserted my cake tester into the centre to make sure that it came out nice and clean. It was firm to touch on the top, and I knew it was cooked. So I'm going to pop this in the oven now. I thought Lincoln was under my feet then, forgot he's gone. So that's the... I have to put the timer on or else I will forget. Then I have ladies all shouting me. So this is the one I prepared earlier. So that is cool now. So I'm going to show you some macarons, and I'll show you some other things first, and then we'll ice that with the orange zest icing sugar, make it into a lovely glassy icing, and we'll sprinkle pecans and cranberries over it as well. So I'm going to put that to one side just for now, but that's a nice depth cake. As you can see, it's just a little bit too deep to go into your 8-inch sandwich tin. That's why I had to use the 8x3 cake tin. Just checking I've got all my ingredients. Yes, so I've not forgotten anything. I'm going to get the macarons out from last night.
And Wayne says plenty of water, Karen.
Yes, I have been drinking through the morning. There we go. So I made, these were the ones I did on the live last night. I just wanted to show the people who may have missed it, because I used our gorgeous dusts, our new Wonder Dusts, which are in. So we've got the Fusion Green, which is on the pink one there, and then the Fusion Green, I did it on the blue macaron. So that's our Fusion Green. And then we've got our Shimmer Pink there. Oh, sorry, no, that's our Rose Gold. Sorry, Rose Gold. Rose Gold. That was on the green one and on the pink one. Here's my Shimmer Pink. I mean, look at that. That is a gorgeous, it really does shimmer. That's the Shimmer Pink. And then we have the Fuchsia. And we have, this is the Violet Mist. Is it Violet Mist? Misty Violet? We'll just check. Violet Mist, I was correct. The Violet Mist is this one. And then then that one is the Blue Shimmer. So if I take that one away there, they are actually all silver. Silver. So there's all our 7 new colours. Just move those to the side there so you can see them. So we've got Fusion Green, we've got silver, I've got rose gold, I've got shimmer pink, pink shimmer, I've got fuchsia, I've got violet mist, and I've got shimmer blue. Aren't they gorgeous? Now these have been mixed with rejuvenating liquid or like dipping solution, and I painted it on and they dried straight away. I do find that when I was doing it onto the macarons, it was better that I used the rejuvenator and painted it on. The dust, it was a bit especially on the coloured macarons, you couldn't tell the dust that much. It didn't.
Well. They're too hard and smooth,
yeah,
aren't they?
it didn't stand out. Whereas if you want to really show a lovely macaron standing out, then I really would definitely use it painting. Now I have got that shoe still in the fridge from Monday. From Tuesday, when I did my live on Tuesday. So I actually could get the shoe out of the fridge and we could actually use a couple of dusts on the shoe. Because I could make it a multicoloured shoe. What do you reckon, Simon?
You could do.
Could do that. I'll just put those to one side a moment. So I just wanted to show you the macarons. They were great. And I made
a chocolate shoe?
A chocolate shoe.
Rather than a shoe pastry?
No, it was a chocolate shoe. And then so they were great. And I made the Swiss brand buttercream and it's absolutely gorgeous. I used the velvet vanilla because I'd done strawberry milkshake on the macarons. So it was a really nice compliment with the taste in between them. It's beautiful. So I never showed you the finished shoe because it wasn't set before we finished the live. So as I said to you, I don't know if you can tell on here, I've left it in the fridge all this time. I wanted it to go, I don't know if you can tell, like milky, did you call it milky? Yeah. Like a milky frosty colour, because that's when you can tell the chocolate's set and it's come away from the side of the shoe. And that is when you're taking it out, that's how you can tell that your chocolate is now set. And that's the time to take it out. Which it did it within half an hour, but it obviously was too late because we'd finished the live. So I wanted to save it to show you today. Look how easy that comes out. And that's because you've tempered it correctly. I'll just lay that down so you can see the nice shine on that. Look at the shine on that shiny shoe. It's great, isn't it? And that's the milk. That was the mix. That was the milk and dark chocolate mix that I'd used on the Jaffa cake. I had the spare chocolate left at the end. So that is lovely. But as I always do recommend when dealing with chocolate, put some gloves on. Use the cotton gloves so that you're not getting fingerprints all over it, and we can use the dust.
Lovely shiny shoe you have.
So get the little tray out. Get me some brushes out. Here we go. And let's see what our new colours look like on this shoe. So I'm going to we've got the 7 new colours, so I'm going to do 7 bits on that shoe to see what it looks like. Because you know I only do dust on the shoes, but you can, if you wanted to, you can paint on there if you wanted to. So let's bring my 7 colours out. So that is my 7 colours there. So this one is the violet mist that I'm using first. Got my trusty little spoon here so I don't get too much. Just want to put a little bit into the tray there. So that's the violet mist. And then we have the silver. Now doesn't that look dark? But believe you me, when it goes on, it is beautiful. So let's do that, and let's get some silver onto there. And then we've got the rose gold colour. I think this is beautiful. So I'm showing you like this now just so that you can see them before I start dusting. I'll just move that out of there. And then we have the fusion green. Have the pink shimmer. Then I have the blue shimmer.
Viv Goddard is asking about the colours from last night? Have you reused them?
I did on some macarons this morning. I've got the trays down here. I can show you in a moment. Because I'm not going to paint. I'm using dry colours on here now. So, and then this one is the fusion. Sorry, hang on a minute. That's that rose gold. Sorry, there we go. So I'm going to put them there like that because these are the ones that you might get mixed up with. They are going to be labelled. So we've got rose gold there. You have fuchsia pink there, and that is your pink shimmer there. Yep. Yes. Sure. Honestly, that's pink shimmer, and that's the fusion.
Is it?
Yes.
Right, okay.
And then you've got your blue there.
Fuchsia.
Fuchsia. Fusion green there. And then we've got the silver there. And we've got the violet mist is there. So they are all our new 7 colours. So we'll have 21 colours in all together. But as I said before, the frozen blue is out of stock as they lost it. So we have only got 20 colours in stock at the moment. They're £2.75 a tub. I did a prize draw last night for 5 people to win 2 pots, and I'll be doing another prize draw on Monday for another 5 people to win 2 pots, and that's on the same post as what was on last night. So you just have to post your comment on that post, and then I'll draw another 5 out on Monday evening when Cicely's in here. So they're dry. Now where's my other pots? Here they are. So you see, these are now nice and dry. So all you have to do is, when they're nice and dry, get yourself a little paintbrush and just brush down where it's nice and dry now, and that will go back into my pots. So look at all that. Look at all that I'm saving there. That's nearly a scoopful. So I'm going to put that back into the pots, but I've just got a few more macarons to do yet, just for photos later. So that's why I left a bit, so I can put a little bit of rejuvenating spirit in here just to water it down again. But look how much dust is there from letting it dry out. I was one of those people that used to put the paint palette straight into the sink and wash it, not realising just how much money I was actually tipping down the sink. So it's a good idea. Put your paint pot to the side, next day scrape it round with your paintbrush, and you've got a lot of colour to go back into each of your pots.
Margaret says she missed the live on Monday. I don't think there was a live on Monday.
There wasn't. It was on Tuesday. It was when I did the Jaffa cakes, and that was.
Did you mix equal quantities of milk and dark chocolate on the shoe?
Yes, because it was the chocolate that was left over from the Jaffa cake recipe that I was doing. I had some chocolate left in a bowl, and this was a new mould that had come out. So I'd used equal quantities of darker milk to coat the top of the Jaffa cakes. Because this was the. Oops, where's it gone? Oh, it's there. I'm looking for the mould, Simon. Oh dear. Thank Crunchy, it's Friday. So this is the medium shoe mould that's out,
please.
And it's $12.99. And we've also got this gorgeous trainer shoe, which when you look on the website, I have done some chocolate shoes. I've done one pink and one blue, so you can actually look for the mould on the website, and you'll see the pictures of the shoes at the side of it, and that's how good you'll see them come out. Because I did a white chocolate sole with white chocolate laces, and then I did a blue canvas and a pink canvas, and they looked really good. So they'd be great then for doing on top of cakes, or for at the side of a cake if you just wanted to do a little children's pair of trainers. So these are great. Right. Get my piece of kitchen roll here. So all I want to do is I'm just going to use a little bit. Let's do the heel on the shimmer pink shimmer.
Pauline's asking, where can you buy lemon extract from?
I possibly think like probably the health shop, or I'm trying to think of that, the health shop, or that's all I can think of, or one of the like your Asian warehouses, you know, the ones that do all the, because a lot of the it's used a lot in Asian cooking. So I think either one of that. I haven't seen lemon extract in the supermarket. So you either get it on Amazon or look at inquire at one of your health food shops to see if you can get it from there.
Viv Goddard says that she's sure that has to do it.
Oh,
But I don't.
I couldn't tell you because I can't comment on that. I'm sorry. So there we go. So that's the pink shimmer. I don't know if you can see that.
Let's get in close.
Oops, tip it the other way, Karen. So that's the pink shimmer. That's really nice, that.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to use the blue. This is the blue shimmer.
Janie's Dot says they have it at Morrison's.
Oh, great. What aisle is it in, Janie? Is it in the baking aisle? Just so people can go look for it.
So nobody needs to panic about Karen, she's fine.
I'm absolutely fine.
And
So,
we've also got India in the next room, who's a trained first aider and lifeguard.
so if I'm drowning, I'm fine.
Yeah.
So look at that, that's the blue shimmer. And on this chocolate, it comes up a gorgeous. You can see it's not silver, it is actually a lovely, like very light blue shimmer, that one. When the light catches it, it's wonderful. Remember, this is on half and half. So then we've got the fuchsia pink.
Where were you going?
I have no idea. I was running away.
Come back. There we go.
Sorry, Simon.
I've caught you.
I'm so naughty. I'm so naughty, aren't I? So then we have the fuchsia pink. So I've come back there, so that's lovely. Wipe my brush, and then we're going to go with the fusion green.
Are you using the same brush?
Yeah, I'm wiping it on the tissue. Because I'm only dabbing it in lightly. So when I wipe
I thought
it...
her career as a shoe designer.
No, that's not for me. So there we go. So that's the fusion green. I'm wiping the brush until there's nothing else left on the tissue paper there, so I know it's clean. So we'll turn the shoe over and let's go with rose gold. So I'll just wipe that with my gloves. So you use my gloves, I can wipe the excess off, but I'm also not getting any fingerprints over it.
Bring you back.
I am bringing it back. I'm bringing it back. There we go. Remember, they will show up different when you're doing it on like white chocolate, dark chocolate, milk chocolate, and they show up beautiful on the paste.
So that's the rose gold.
This is the rose gold one. That is lovely. And I've got 2 bits left now, so I'm going to use the silver. So when I've done this silver now, I just want to show you. You can tell if you look at the silver. I've got the silver there, which is gorgeous. So then you can tell that it's misty blue, shimmer blue. That's the blue shimmer one there. That is lovely. That, so you can just tell it's got a lovely, it's got a really nice pink, Karen. It's got a lovely blue hue to it.
Definitely blue, that, not pink.
No, it's definitely blue. So that's.
It's got pink in it because you didn't clean your brush out.
Yeah, no, it hasn't got pink in it. The last one I've got there is the violet mist. I'll put this in between. So I've got silver, violet mist, blue shimmer. I've got fuchsia pink, fusion green, and pink shimmer, and rose gold. So they paint lovely. I mean, I wouldn't ever do a shoe probably all different colours like this because you're trying to hold it. So those colours were lovely. But just let me, trying to think. on my borders. I'm just checking on my cake as well. I will actually just get a little piece.
So Roxy says that she used Asda's extra special Sicilian lemon extract.
Lovely. No, so that's Sicilian extra extract, is it? Good.
And could you use the rejuvenator on chocolate?
Let's have a look.
I don't think it was an order.
No, I'm just
I think
saying.
it's a question rather
Yeah,
than,
I'm just going to say, have I got
Karen.
a spare piece? No, I'm just thinking if I've got a
You've
spare
got the soul. You've got the soul
I've
to
got
do
a
it.
soul, thank you. I was thinking, what can I use? What colour do you want me to do it in? Should I do it in
Obviously red.
Alright, we'll do it.
On that, you know, is very contrasted to the
Yeah.
sort of brown.
I'll probably give that a couple of coats. So you can see how quick it dries. I might have put a little bit too much dipping solution in there, but yes, you can use them on chocolate.
Would you say it puts a lot more on?
It makes it more vibrant.
Right.
Makes it more vibrant. But you see, I love dusting the chocolate.
Less subtle.
It is, it's vibrant, but I think you still get, it takes away some of the shine of the chocolate. Whereas if you're just using the luster dust, you're still getting the shine of the chocolate coming through if you luster them. Whereas if I painted it, it has dulled it a little bit, as you can see. Still a lovely soul on it, so there's no reason you can't paint your soul, but I personally do like lustering the chocolate rather than painting it. But these will also be great that if you're doing your chocolate drips, and you're just doing your white chocolate around, then mix some of these dusts with your rejuvenator and paint your drips. They'll be absolutely stunning.
Could
if
you mix these dusts with cocoa butter and
no, because you.
paint with that?
I wouldn't like to 100% say that. I mean, I think you could, but if, you know, the best person to ask is Tracy Mann. She paints a lot with cocoa butter, so I don't see why you couldn't put some of the colours in with the cocoa butter. Once it's melted on the top, you could mix it into it and paint with cocoa butter. But I don't know. I don't know if they stay as metallic looking or as shiny. It's something I haven't done.
Something we maybe have to try at some point.
Yeah,
isn't it?
because I have seen it's still got a shine on that sole, but still nice and shiny. But it's just I do like lustering, but it's a nice way of doing a nice fancy shoe sole. Right, we'll put those up because I'm going to put all those back away later into my little tubs. So all of them are on sale now. They're on the website. Get them while they're there, because you know how quick we sold out last time. I think last time we had the dusts in, we sold out within 48 hours because everyone was going crazy for them. So get your orders in now for the dust. Remember, we've got the lovely square tins in, which is the 8-inch and the 6-inch tins. These have come in yesterday, and you can use these with your square ganaching kit as well. But we've got the 6-inch square tin, the 8-inch square tin. 6 inches $6.99, 8 inches $8.99, and all the round tins are back in. The PME round tins are in. They're all on the website. Carol's updated all the stock, so they're all on the website as well. Because I know a lot of you is waiting for like the 4-inch tins and that to come in. There's loads of stock of the round tins have come in as well, so check on the website for those. I'm using orange zest for my cake now. I'm using orange zest natural flavoured icing sugar. I'm going to mix that with a little bit of cold water, and we're going to drizzle that onto top of the cake. Just bear with me a second, just while I make sure everything is tidy. And get my cream bowl out that I put my dirty spatula in. There we go. Just checking the cake in the oven. Yeah, it's got 10 minutes to go. It's looking good. So I'm going to just weigh out 200. That's the weigh out 150 grams. Because I want quite a nice coating on top of the cake, but I don't want it to be too much. There we go, 150 grams of the orange zest icing sugar. I'm going to put a little bit of water in, just a little bit of a time, just so that I can get a nice spreadable glacier icing, but I want it quite thick but enough to spread it around the cake. You have to do this a bit slow, otherwise you do get covered in icing sugar. So I'm putting, like, it looks like half a teaspoon at a time that I'm putting into it, just to make sure that I don't overdo it. Otherwise you just end up wasting a lot more icing sugar, having to thicken it up again if you go too watery. Smells absolutely gorgeous. It is so orangey.
What is it you're using there?
Orange zest. Oh, can you smell that? So that's a nice spreadable consistency there.
Can't smell anything.
You can't. Smell that. Just sniff that.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Nice and orangey. I have to make him do that because he doesn't ever believe me. So we'll get our cake over here now. So this was 150 grams of the icing sugar. Make sure I get all of it on there. So okay, it doesn't matter if it drips over the side, just a little bit, but I like to try and keep it on the top. But a spare drip down the side every now and then looks quite cute, I think.
I think you need like 5 drips down the side. One just looks like you've done it accidentally.
So I must make another one go there then, shall I? Just to please Sam.
You've got 2 going so far.
Have I got 2? So I've got another one there. And if I just bring another one bit up here like that, that'll start to go down. Just to please Simon for his photographs. You know what he's like. Pernickety.
Oh, it looks good from this side, yeah. It's perfect.
Is that perfect now, is it?
Yeah,
Is that
yeah.
good? So
Yeah.
there we go.
I'm only photographing one side, aren't I? It doesn't matter about the others.
And then onto that, I'm just going to sprinkle a few cranberries on the top there. We don't have to go all the way over. Just on the top there. And let's put a few pecans on there. Now I'm not going to chop these up, I'm just going to put them on as whole. Just to make it... So there we have a lovely vegan country cake. Would you like to pass me that the slate turntable there, please, Simon? Thank you.
Good. Yes. That one.
Yes, because it'll look nice just for your photos as well.
Lovely. See how you think of me?
I'm just thinking of him all the time. Get my little doofer out. I knew where I put it.
It's over doofer, yeah.
I don't know where I put it.
Could you remove the
I'm going to remove the grease proof. Yes, I'm going to do that as well for you. Yes. I was going to put a bit of icing sugar over the bottom.
Wouldn't it have been easier to do it before you put the icing on?
Yeah, I thought it was there. Okay, Simon. Okay, Simon.
Sorry. I know that's stating the obvious.
It's like taking a plaster off. There we go. And then a little bit, could just put that little bit in there. Nobody will even know that was missing. It's gone in like a piece of jigsaw. So I'll move this over here out of the way. And then just wipe this board down.
Okay. Oh, hang on.
Well, I'm getting into centre now. There we go. So look at that.
Give us a twirl then.
So look at that. Vegan country cake.
Was about 15 drinks.
But it looks good though, doesn't
That's
it?
fine.
Oh yeah. You know what? It looks good, that. So the recipe is on the website already. It's been there since last September. If you'd like to have a go of it, I'd love you to have a go because it's a really tasty. It's gorgeous. It's it's on Sugar and Crumbs. www.sugarandcrumbsmixingitup.co.uk. He's training me well. So it's on the website there. Just put in vegan country cake and the recipe will come up with a photo of this actual big cake because it looks pretty much like the one I made last year. So it's the same. It'll be the same picture. And please enjoy doing it. So don't forget, Carol's on tomorrow at 10:30 for all you ladies who might want to join her in the Sugarcraft Zoom meeting. It's going to be absolutely superb, and she's joined with Dawn Butler, Rhiannon Webb, and Vicky Tether. It's going to be a great day.
Cake in the oven?
Well, that's not ready yet, is it?
Not?
Let me just check the time on it. Got 2 minutes on it. Just bear with me. Oh, let me just wait up. Oh, not quite ready. Probably it'll be another. About 3 or 4 minutes.
All right. Okay.
Unless I can carry on speaking for 3 or 4 minutes. Anybody got any questions?
Yeah.
Anything? Ask me anything, and we'll get that because I want to hear the beeper go off, and then I can show you the cake. But I can't bring it out yet because it'll go flat. Because it just feels a little bit soft on the top, so I don't want to bring it out yet. I know it's got about another 3 or 4 minutes to go yet. So I'll go through this for the people who have just joined us. We've started off, we've cooked 300 grams of parsnips chopped into chunks. I've boiled them along with 200 mils of orange juice. I've pureed them either with a masher or you can do them in a food processor. You can puree them down, then add 2 tablespoons of maple syrup. Into my mixing bowl, I mixed 175 grams of Flora plant-based butter along with 150 grams of natural flavoured icing sugar. I used orange zest. You can use any flavour that you want to. But remember, it's a country cake, so you want to have something fruity in there. I whipped that until it was nice and light and fluffy. Then I added 275 grams of self-raising flour, a teaspoon of baking powder and a teaspoon, well, it's a good teaspoon of cinnamon. And then we added the pureed parsnips into there. Mix that for 1 minute on the mixer until it's all nice and everything is all combined. Scrape down the bottom of the bowl, make sure there's no loose flour or butter, anything there. Mix it all lovely. Then I put in the 60 grams of dried cranberries, 80 grams of pecans but cut into sultana sized pieces, and I put in 100 grams of pitted dates cut into nice little chunks. Folded those in so we didn't break them down too much, so everything was nice and folded in, everything really well combined and well mixed, and put into an 8" by 3" cake tin, as the sandwich tin would be too shallow for it to go in. It rose more than the sandwich tin, so that's why I've used an 8 by 3 8" cake tin. Pop it in the oven, 180 degrees C, which is gas mark 4, 350 degrees Fahrenheit, and that goes in for around 35 to 40 minutes, depending on your oven. You know it's ready when it's a nice golden brown on the top, it's firm to touch, and when inserted, a cocktail stick or a cake tester comes out nice and clean. And it slightly shrinks away from the sides a little bit. Leave it in the tin, good 15 minutes to cool down, and then turn out onto a wire tray to cool completely before icing it with 150 grams of natural flavoured icing sugar with enough water to make a thick but spreadable glacier icing, and then just top off with a few cranberries and a few pecans.
Excellent. So, question time.
Yes.
I have some questions for you.
Good.
Lorraine Pike, can you make this cake nut-free? I would think so.
I would think so. Don't put
Don't
put any nuts in it. Don't put cranberries in it. If you want to make it nut free.
Nuts.
No, don't put. I said just put cranberries in it. Don't put your pecans in it. You can use your dates, use your cranberries. Put sultanas in it as well. So take your 80 grams of pecans out and put 80 grams of sultanas in, or even 80 grams of glacier cherries if you wanted to. So yes, you can make it nut free.
Nutty Elaine, do you store macarons in the fridge, or are they okay in a box on the side?
Filled in the fridge. If you're filling them with buttercream or with Swiss meringue buttercream, then store them in the fridge until you're ready for serving them. Then you can bring them out, and they'll be all right for a couple of hours in the room if you've got a buffet or a party going on. You can store your other macarons if you put them in between layers of greaseproof paper. They will store in a cake box, and they will be all right on the side. In a cake box. We have stored them in the fridge before now. We got a good week out of them, but I know some people that actually just put them into an airtight container and between layers of greaseproof paper and leave them on the side. So just make sure that your boxes, your container is airtight.
And Margaret Crozier, are there any new classes with Ollie the Chop coming up, do you know?
Not that I'm aware of. I know he's really busy at the moment, but I know Carol is in talks with lots of tutors to get them in here. So I know there was a class that
I'm going to keep firing them at
I know there was a class that we wanted to do. So it's just when Carol gets back off holiday and she gets back into the zone again. We'll see what we can do with maybe putting another class on. It's up to Carol and Ollie. They're obviously their calendars.
Did you try the orange juice?
Did I dry it?
Dilute. Water it down.
No, I used fresh orange. I didn't actually use like orange squash. I used fresh orange.
Yes.
But you can use fresh apple juice, and you can use fresh cranberry juice. It's up to you. You can use any juice that you want. And on that note, go on. You could chat another question out for me if you want.
What are you cooking next? What are you doing Monday?
Monday looks like there's been a poll on TikTok and Instagram, and it looks like I'm doing cupcakes in ice cream cones. Decorated up to look like a Mr. Whippy.
Right. Can I please have a look at the Noah's Ark cake and cake toppers?
Just bear with me. Burning my hands on this near the end. So here we have our cake. So talking of classes, don't forget, I've already said this last night and I will say it again. The people who haven't booked on Hannah's class on Sunday, you are missing out. We are doing Everyone Loves Pasta class on Sunday, and it starts at 10 and will end round about 5 to half past, depending on how we're doing with the cake. It's a gorgeous, it looks like it's going to be like a bowl of spaghetti with meatballs on top, and the structure is a very easy structure. There's no you don't need no drills and things like that. It's very easy, and it's going to look like it's got a pasta fork coming out holding onto some spaghetti. It's a super cake, but remember, you don't we'll do that cake on Sunday, but then you've got the structure there, and the idea is then to go forth and make other cakes. You could do a chocolate bag of chocolates poured onto a cake. You can do a can of beer pouring out of the can onto the cake. The world is your oyster. Once you've got this structure and you know how to do it, then you can do lots and lots of different cakes and have fun doing it as well. It's £30 for the class, which is an absolute bargain, and Hannah Edwards-Singh is a superb tutor, and you learn lots and lots off her, as you do of all our other tutors as well. And it's going to be a good day. I'm on comment, Simon's on camera, and we always end up having a laugh. You know, all the ladies all the other ladies who've joined the other classes before now, we always have a laugh. You still learn loads, and you can work alongside Hannah with her as well, or you can just sit back, relax, get yourself a brew, some snacks, and watch it throughout the day, and then do it again at your leisure. Because once you've purchased this class, it's yours to keep forever, and you can keep going back to refer to it. So I know there's quite a few of you ladies who are on it, and I can't wait to see you on Sunday. But for everybody who was on the fence thinking, shall I, shan't I? Absolutely do it. It's going to be such a good class that you can put to loads of other uses. So that's on Sunday, that's on the 9th. The Noah's Ark cake is on the...
If you grab the camera, I've set it, just put it there for you. That one.
Oh, this one, yeah.
Yeah. You could give us
this Noah's Ark cake is on the 7th of June.
Bit further back.
Oh, there we go. Oh, yeah, look at that. I'm a camera person. It's on the 7th of June, this cake. And that's with Julie Rogerson. It's the Noah's Ark cake. She'll be showing you how to make the ark and all the animals. And then we're going along here. We've got the cake toppers.
That's next Friday.
Next Friday, the 14th, with our lovely Doe Griffin in the kitchen again. And this one is a £20 class. And you're going to make, especially that one. I've really asked Doe, will she do the mushroom house, and she said yes, and she's going to be doing a selection of the lady toadstool people, and we've got a snail there, we've got a grub, we've got a frog, we've got a little gnomey man. I know that Doe's been looking at doing it. She's been practicing the fairy. We've got the little houses. So not every single thing will be done on there, but you get at least 5 to 6 models depending on the time. So depending on the time, if we do something that's really quick, then we'll get quite a few models. And Doe's a brilliant girl when she's in the kitchen. We have loads of fun, don't we, Sam? You chasing Doe around with a camera. We have loads of fun. So that's the 3 classes. But ladies, please look at Sunday's class. It's going to be so amazing, and it's one that I will be watching really closely and learning while I'm doing the comments, because I've got so many ideas for, like, my son's birthday coming up, my daughter's birthday coming up. I've got loads of ideas that I want to do it. And as Simon said, if you wanted to, rather than doing spaghetti with meatballs, you can do noodles with chopsticks.
That was only a joke, that.
Oh, I'm not letting him live that one down, because I looked at him as though I went, you what?
Do you know why I said it? Because you got confused.
Did I get
I thought it was noodles with chopsticks.
He's terrible, so I just keep teasing him, and that's what it's like when we're in the classes. We tease each other.
Yourself, really.
I know, so I'm looking forward to it. So thank you so much for joining us. So this cake's going to stay in this tin now for another 15-20 minutes until it's gone cool. As you can see, it started to come away slightly from the, I don't know if Simon can get in there, from the edge of the tin. You can see it just coming very slightly away, and it's firm to touch. The cake tester came out nice and clean, so I know that's going to tip out really nice later.
What's going on here? Hang on.
You alright there?
No. Sorry.
He's not alright.
Not so bad.
He's not alright. So thank you so much for joining me today. Thank you for all your good wishes on my little incident last night when I didn't feel too good. Thank you. I was messaged such a lot of times this morning. It's lovely to know that you're all such a caring bunch. I love you all. And I'm back on Monday doing ice cream cupcakes in the little tiny in the cones. So we're going to bake some ice cream cupcakes, and then Cicely's in on Monday evening. I'm doing the comments for Cicely. Cicely's in making a cake on Monday evening. We love having Cicely in the kitchen. She's great fun. Wednesday we have Carol in the morning doing her buttercream flowers. I think that's 11 o'clock. And then we have Carol in the afternoon doing a product live for you, and she'll be showing you the moulds that I showed you last night, and she'll be demonstrating the moulds for you and other things she's got. Thursday we have Tracy Mann in the morning. And then we have Laura back in the kitchen at night time. We've got the lovely Laura back with Carol. And then Friday, I've got Doe in the kitchen all day. Oh, and don't forget, we've got Tracy Man on Tuesday as well. So we've got a really fun-filled week ready for you next week. So all I've left to say is thank you, Simon.
Okay. Thank you, Karen.
Thank you all for joining us, and have an absolute super weekend.